What's going on, everybody? Welcome to G-Miles World Podcast, and we're going to be talking about Sunday Night Football with the Eagles and the Rams. And yes, Nick Foles was out there, and Carson Wentz has a back injury that I don't even know what Doug Pederson is trying to explain when he's saying it. I think he just realized that Wentz wasn't playing as well. I don't know if he's telling the truth. I don't think he has a reason to lie, but I think he has a reason to try to save face because guys like Skip Bayless has been saying it for the entirety of the year that it was a mistake to actually bench the Super Bowl MVP. And I understand that Wentz is the future of the Eagles, but this is the second time in 2 consecutive years that this man has been hurt when the team has needed him the most. Now, Foles went out there against the Rams and did what he did. I don't know how he was making certain throws. He didn't get, I don't know if that was a roughing the passer call on Aaron Donald when he just pushed him down, but some people were talking about it. It was trending on Twitter. In my opinion, it looked like he hit him right as he was getting rid of the ball. I don't know if you can call that call a penalty on that, especially with the fact, Aaron Donald has cachet. So I just wanted to point that out. Maybe Foles doesn't get as much respect as he should. We do know that the way his career went, most of us thought he was going to be a bust. You know what I'm saying? He contemplated retiring and then came back, and now the dude's doing whatever. Now, this gets very, very dangerous for the NFC East because the Redskins were somehow able to win with Josh Johnson, and now they beat the Rams. So the Cowboys losing to the Colts right now, it seems okay. You know what I'm saying, bro? They're going to survive the situation, but they probably won't. See, this is the situation right here, right? With the Cowboys, they were riding very high. It was pretty good. They got some really good wins. And, people were getting crazy. Jerry Jones like, yo, there's some new cats. I don't know what's really going to go on right now. I got to just tell you, though, watching the Eagles play yesterday, their secondary is still beat up. They don't really have, guys that can cover and play well inside the secondary like that. But defensively up front, even though Fletcher got hurt a little bit earlier in the game, dudes were stepping up, bro, and they were making plays. If the Eagles are able to pull out another couple wins, bro, listen, this is going to be a serious situation out here. You know what I'm saying? Because now Doug Pederson looks like an absolute idiot if they close it out and win the division based on just the way that, that Carson Wentz was playing. Now, was he playing terrible? Not in most games for the entirety of the game, but he had some games where he would just come out doing whatever he wanted. He just throwing the ball to the ground. I don't know. Maybe he needs some more comfortability. A lot of this has to do with gaining your confidence back, and maybe he hasn't gained his confidence all the way back, but I don't like to say that because then it's like you're making an excuse, and then based on, Carson Wentz being a man, he might not like that people would be making excuses for him. I know I wouldn't like it, so I'm just going to say that the guy hasn't been playing well. Now, when you look at the way that they both throw the ball, like Foles, right? When he threw that lollipop and 2 guys were open, all right? 2 guys were open, and who was the dude? I forgot the dude's name that came down with the ball. Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey came down with the ball. See, those type of high points and the way that he was able to throw those out routes, the hitch routes, that's what makes Foles dangerous because we know he can play like this based on his Super Bowl run, but it just seems weird when you see him out there because then you say to yourself, what was Doug Pederson doing? And that's why Skip Bayless has a point. In my opinion, even though Carson Wentz was going to be the future of the Eagles, I don't think that you bench the MVP of the Super Bowl. Even though we didn't think that he was supposed to be the MVP, I was shocked. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, yo, what is this guy doing? Why is he having the MVP right now? But again, that's something that he earned based on this play. If, training camp and everything like that didn't give you a reason, and even in the beginning of the season, he started off pretty decent. He wasn't spectacular, but regular season is usually, it's an iffy thing with Nick Foles. But right now, with everything, with all the pressure and everything like that, this just seems like, it looks like deja vu. Because ultimately what happens is this. This idiot, Doug Pederson, is writing books. He's fearless, all this stuff like that. And then you're fearless, but you put Wentz in when you have an MVP on the bench, though. See, you see what I'm saying? How are you fearless? You shouldn't care about what happens after the fact. You shouldn't care about it. You should just be able to say, you know what? I'm going to go out there. I'm going to put the best player out there and I'm going to win games. And that's not what I think happened based on what we saw yesterday, because I could probably say that most Eagle fans would think that Carson Wentz probably wouldn't have won that game. And again, it's all about the play calls, the delivery of the ball, the confidence in the team. You know what really, it really shocked me also is they did a poll with the team about Nick Foles. And the team seems like they love this guy a lot more than they love Carson Wentz. And I think the only person that really loves Carson Wentz is Zach Ertz. because that's pretty much the only guy he throws the ball to when he's out there. But he went over 100 catches, by the way, yesterday. So that's like his main target. But again, when you look at the poll and you see like the word leader, you know what I'm saying? He's not selfish. You see those type of things when you're in a team sport, that really makes up, that shows what the team is bred of. So looking at it overall right now, we fast forward to now with the way the season is, and the Eagles are almost, they were almost on the brink of not making the playoffs with Carson Wentz. You start to say to yourself, hold on, what would have happened if you left the Super Bowl MVP Foles in? At least give him a chance to fail. You see what I'm saying? You got to give him a chance to fail. See, if I'm the head coach, I'm going to give him a chance to fail. If he somehow comes in and then he just has a miraculous season and the Eagles are doing whatever, okay, you know what I'm saying? But if he starts to teeter off, and I know that Wentz is, he's feeling better, he had a little bit more time to heal and stuff like that, it looks better for me to give that guy a shot rather than not have him in at all and then now put him in and then he's winning big games like this, because the Rams looked really soft to me yesterday. They looked really soft. Todd Gurley was hurt. You know what I'm saying, bro? The way that Jared Goff threw one of the most ridiculous interceptions when he was just trying to throw the ball away. It looks like a chicken without a head. He was just doing whatever he wanted, and the ball just got picked. It was the Eagles' night. The fumble on the punt. Sean McVay was shocked. He had to see his face, bro. It was trending on Twitter. It was a very, very disgusting display of a certain amount of play calls within the game on special teams and offensively with Jared Goff. And this is why a lot of people didn't trust the Rams. Now, my gut feeling, shout out to Aqib Talib. He was finally able to get his first pick as a Los Angeles Ram. And that's probably the only bad play that he had to pay for, Nick Foles. And it still didn't even matter because he was going to win the game regardless. But again, let me just tell you what I'm thinking right now, because both sides, the AFC and the NFC, is starting to make me very angry because I pick certain players and teams to be able to do certain things, and they're letting me down right now. So I thought it would be between the Rams and the Saints. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off the Rams, because you know why I'm going to jump off the Rams? Based on what I saw, it doesn't look like if a team comes out, right? If a team comes out and is just able to run the ball a little and hit you with some play action, I don't know what Talib and the other idiots are doing back there, why two guys are wide open in the middle of the field. Maybe they're trying to bait too much or whatever like that, but I think I'm going to favor the Saints more defensively than the Rams right now. Offensively, it all depends on Jared Goff. Yesterday, he looked like Eli Manning. You know what I'm saying? So if he looks like Eli Manning more, then it's going to be pretty bad. But I don't like something about that game. I'm going to have to go ahead and say I thought the Rams, it was between the Rams and the Saints. I don't even know anymore, bro. I don't even know anymore, like with the NFC. And then I don't even know about the Chiefs. They can't play defense. They couldn't defend a dead cockroach. So I don't know what's going on with my AFC picks. I also want to point out, though, that I think I'm 100% right that the Patriots will not be going back to the Super Bowl this year. Tom Brady looked absolutely normal, and he's just throwing picks like an idiot. I don't know. Listen, this league is really crazy, man, because one day you think like, yo, man, everything is all good. It's going to be cool. And then they come out the next day, and it's like, I don't know what they're doing, man. This league is crazy. But again, Skip Bayless is 100% correct. I can't knock him at all. You know what I'm saying, bro? The dude knows, like, listen, it is what it is. The dude said it. He's like, yo, bro, I'm more scared of Nick Foles than I am of Carson Wentz. And he doesn't even respect him. He don't call him by his real name, bro. Like, it's just really disrespectful, the things that are going on. But when you see them pull out a win like that, how do you blame them? I can't, listen, if you're right, even if I don't agree with you, if it shows out that you predicted it and you had valid, like, concrete information about why you thought it and it plays out that same way, how can I get mad at you? He did everything that Skip Bayless said he would do. And he just performed. And again, Wentz is more flashy. I like that he's able to, extend plays and everything like that. But I just want to win, man. Rest in peace to Al Davis. Just win, baby. And that's all it's about right now. The Eagles needed to win this game. A lot of people thought that it would be a vicious blowout. And it was going to be a vicious blowout the other way, until they started letting them back in the game late in the fourth. But look, man, like I said, I'm just over the NFC, in total. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. The Bears could end up just going to the Super Bowl. Like, there's just so many weird things going on. I got to wait out the last 2 weeks of the season and just see how everything plays out, man. I'm just tired of predicting because these dudes just don't care about my predictions, and they would just ruin your day in fantasy. Shout out to all you guys that, won through the whole regular season in fantasy and lost your first playoff game. Yeah, I know that hurts, man. I've been there. I'm going to talk to you guys and girls next time after Monday Night Football. Until next time, one love.